Hi, I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and today I'm going to show you how to prepare an applique that has an inside or a concave curve on it. You need to do something to be able to get your fabric edge to fold under, and that's what I'm going to show you. We've already done an outside curve or a convex curve, and that's really easy. Your fabric will fold a little bit, but it's not a big deal. If you don't like the folds, you can cut some notches out of there, but I don't worry about them. What we're going to work on today is an inside or a concave curve. The problem is that the fabric won't fit once you fold that over there because the fabric, this line, is shorter than the line that you'll have here. We've already dealt with something really similar to this when we did inside points. And that's what you see here where the head of the snake joins the neck. We had to snip into that fabric so that we could fold the fabric over and it would spread out. That's essentially what we're going to do here. I've got one that I finished for you, and what we do basically is do several slits all along the length of the curve so that the fabric then can spread out when you fold it over the edge, because again, this inside line is going to be longer than the edge of your fabric. So that's what we're going to do here. And it's pretty simple. You just need to cut slits right up to the edge of your fabric. Remember, I've got this on freezer paper, and I am not going to be shy. I'm cutting right up to the edge of the paper there. If you don't get close enough, it's not going to work well. You need to cut closer together where your curves are tight, and your slits can go farther apart when the curves are more gentle. So these are all about a ½ inch or maybe even a little bit more apart. So now I'm going to fold some of these over and just press them into place. Use lots of steam and see how those slits spread right out to be able to allow it to make a nice smooth curve. Now I want to show you one other thing. Somebody asked me they told me that their fabric was kind of springing back. It wasn't holding a nice crease. This is a good cotton, and so it's going to tend to hold a nice crease. But if you have any problems with it, you want to use something called starch. This is just heavy starch. You get it at the grocery store. It's nothing fancy. It only costs a couple of bucks for a whole can like this, and this will last years. And what you want to do is just spray very lightly, and then before the starch dries on there, you want to give it a second to settle into the fabric, to soak in. And before it dries, you want to go ahead and iron that down. You can hear it hiss as the iron dries it, but it's what's going to dry that nice crease in there. So if you have any trouble with your fabric not staying creased, that starch is a great way to do it. It almost glues it down to the freezer paper, but it'll lift right back up so that you can still peel it off when you're ready to stitch down the applique. But that'll help you hold a nice sharp crease in there if you're having trouble with that. And that's it. So that's it. That's all you need to do to prepare an applique piece that has an inside or a concave curve on it. Basically, we're using the exact same technique that we used for an inside point, except instead of one slit, we're going to cut multiple slits in the seam allowance of the fabric to allow that fabric to spread out when you fold it over the curve. I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World. I'll see you next time.